Have you ever mixed your soap perfectly, then suddenly after adding the last chemical, the whole batter separated? Don't panic. That does not mean your soap is ruined. In this video, I will show you exactly what caused the separation, how I fix it step by step, and how the batter turned back smooth, thick, and jelly-like for a perfect soap result. Watch till the end and learn how to save your soap. Welcome back. Here are all the ingredients I will be using for today's production. I'll be using 2 liters of oil, clean water 1.8 liters. Then here is my caustic soda. Caustic soda, I use 334 grams of caustic soda. So make sure you protect yourself by wearing your hand glove. Prepare it in a well ventilated area. So my caustic soda 334 grams added into 1.8 liters of clean water. And as I add my caustic soda, I mix it very well. I mix it until it's dissolved. The next chemical I'll be adding is my soda ash. Soda ash, I added it directly into my lye solution. I will use the hotness of the lye solution to dissolve my soda ash. Soda ash, and I use 300 grams. As I add my 300 grams of soda ash into my lye solution, I mix very well. Mix and make sure it dissolves completely, then set it aside for the next step. I'll be using 2 liters of oil, bleach palm oil 1.5 liters, and PKO 500 ml. I mix both together, put it on a fire to heat it up a bit before I continue. The next I'm adding is my fragrance. You can add any fragrance of your choice. You can as well mix fragrance together, maybe 2 or 3 fragrance. It all depends on how you want it. Then 20 to 30 mils is okay for this production, as far as you work with undiluted fragrance. It will definitely comes out. Remember, we're using semi-hot process method. That is, your oil and your lye solution must be of same temperature. At least let the temperature be close. So now I'm adding my lye solution into my hot oil. Remember, I've already warmed my oil before bringing it down to the production table. And here is my lye solution. My lye solution also is hot. So I mix both together. If your oil and lye solution are the same temperature, it usually helps the soap mix smoothly and trace properly. It reduces the chances of soap batter separating unnecessarily or adding suddenly. Take a look at the soap batter. You can see that it's all combined well. Have a very light trace and gel at the very good time. Take a look at it. You will see that there's no separation between oil and the lye solution. Then I continue mixing it. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. If you are watching me and you want to learn how to formulate your own soap recipe, I currently have an ongoing soap formulation class where you will learn how to formulate your own recipe, SAP value calculation, soda soap production, bar soap production, professional soap making technique. We also have a detailed ebook that explains everything step by step for beginners and business-minded producers. If you are interested in joining the class or getting the ebook, kindly chat me up on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is on the screen. Let's moving on. Now I want to add color into my soap. But remember, color is an optional. At this stage, you can package your soap. You can pour it to mold if you want. Maybe if you are not adding color to it. So I want to add color. Here is my color inside the cup. I discovered that I don't have any oil color. I only have watercolor. So I want to make use of the watercolor that I have, and I scoop out of the batter into the cup. Already I added color to that cup. So I will now mix it together because I don't want at the end of the day to start having patches on the soap, color patches on that soap. That is why I have to mix my color very well before adding it. I added all the color into the small batter that I scooped into the cup. So after adding it, I will mix it together very, very well. I will make sure it's smooth. So you can see me mixing and mixing and mixing. So that at the end of the day, I will have a very beautiful soap. So you can use oil color, you can use watercolor, but beginner, I will advise you to always use oil color. You can add your color to your oil before even adding the light solution. You can add any color you want to use into your oil before adding light solution. Now I pour my color into my batter and I continue mixing it. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Also subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Keep watching. The next thing I'm adding is my sodium silicate and my foam booster. As I added and I continue stirring it, just take a look at this batter. You will see that immediately I add my sodium silicate and foam booster into it, you will see the changes on the batter. Immediately, the batter started changing, started seeing a kind of separation. The smooth, beautiful batter that we have the beginning of the production have now started separating. Then I continue mixing it. I was thinking that after mixing everything together, it will solve the problem of separation. But now, so I've even bring my molds out just to pour my batter into the mold. Then I discovered that my soap have separated beyond pouring into the mold. You can see the batter now. So I look at it and I think about what to do. I say, okay, let me cover the batter so that maybe after I cover it for some times, it will gel. The soap will eventually done. Then I can mix it together again before pouring it into the mold. I want to tell you, especially our beginner, if you are making a soap like this and you discover something like this, don't be in a rush to pour it into the mold, because that is how you will pour it to the mold. At the end of the day, you still come back and tell me that your soap is like this, is like that. Yes, if you pour it into the mold like that, there's no way your soap will gel. After some minutes, I come back to check the soap. Maybe it has done, or maybe I will have a kind of jelly soap. But look at what I got here. You can see the soap separated completely. It's separated completely. So this kind of soap, if you pour it into your mold, there's no how you will not have water one side, oil one side, light solution in another side. So what I did now is just to mix it together. If you have this kind, if you encounter this type of soap problem, don't panic. What we're going to do now is to turn it into hot process. You can see I turn it into my stainless bowl. You can use your stainless bowl, stainless bucket, but don't use group pots. Make sure what you are using to cook your soap is stainless. So I turn it into my stainless bowl and I will cook it on a low heat. You can use any heat source of your choice, but just make sure you work on a very low heat in order not to burn up the soap batter. Don't forget, work with a very low heat. So I place it on my low heat and I continue mixing it. You can allow it to rest for a while, then come back and mix it. So this is what you see me doing. This is maybe like 2 to 3 minutes after. You see that as I'm mixing it, it will start changing gradually. You might be asking, what really caused the soap separation? Yes, you can see that is when we pour the sodium silicate. Already I mixed my sodium silicate with my foam booster. Not until when I pour the silicate and foam booster into the batter. That is when the soap starts separating. Sometimes it might not be silicate or foam booster. It might be where you put your color or your fragrance. What you are going to do is very simple. As soon as you notice that your soap starts separating, mostly it happens to cold process or semi-hot process. What you are going to do is to, you know, is to make sure you get your stainless pot, add your butter into the stainless pot and cook on a very low heat. Cook until you get to a perfect trace. Immediately your soap is done, you will definitely know it. You can see the soap, you can see the butter has changed completely. And you can see that it's no longer have a kind of separation look. Now you can pour it into the mold. Like, comment and share this video. After pouring everything into the mold, I use my spatula to smoothen it. I mix it so that everything will set in the mold, and at the end of the day I will have a smooth face without much of cuts. After pouring everything into the mold, then I come back after 12 hours to unmold my soap. This is a beautiful outcome after we unmold and cut the soap. You can agree with me that soap is very easy to make if you have a good mentor, and also if you know how to formulate your recipe, how to navigate, how to combine your oil and your recipe together. Join us in our formulation class. The training is still ongoing, and also get our ebook well detailed for beginner. Even if you have never mixed soap before, this ebook is very easy to understand. Chat me up on WhatsApp and I will be there to answer you 247. And I hope you have learned something in today's tutorial. If so, give this video a thumb up, comment and share the video. And if you are here, you have been watching my video without subscription, why now? It's not fair. Kindly help me subscribe. Keep on encourage me to do more videos. This is the only thing you can do for me, and subscription is free. Yes, it's totally free. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial. Bye.